All the days of my life I've been running. I came from a place when the man don't do stand. Everybody started doing something. I had no option, but I was grinding. As I dey talk, I am far away, chasing all my goals. Get out the shout, no be soft play. Good life, better life, that is all I want. I'm not asking for too much, oh. If it's too much, you should let me know. Welcome to Uncensored Friday Live with Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, Poku-Hitzfield. Today, I'm writing a black letter to the leader of EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters, Julius Malema. Much love, brother. I'm sending love from Accra, Ghana, West Africa, to you, my brother, Julius Malema. Today's show is dedicated to you. And before I started, of course, a letter from overseas, Larry Gaga featuring Black Sheriff. Man, Larry Gaga, you have a house with me, right? As the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, one day I will call you, and because this song, I like it a lot. I like this song and I love Black Sheriff too. So welcome to Uncensored Friday Live. Today we'll be talking about Africa a lot. Man, on Uncensored Friday, we talk about blackness. We talk about ourselves, how to grow ourselves as black people, right? So welcome to Uncensored Friday. And as I said, I am writing a black letter to Julius Malema, Economic Freedom Fighters. Now, I know what Julius Malema is doing is in Pan-Africanism, right? So the last time I said, going forward as black people, we should identify as Pan-Africanists because the Pan-African system is already here. The Pan-African system is here. And 2,664 software patterns in it. We are still building more patterns so that it takes care of Africa and relieves us from this systematic slavery. Systematic slavery on Africa. How can the richest continent in the world be the least developed in the world? And as black people, we have become so we have become so selfish that we don't see what is right in front of us. So Julius Malema is somebody I look up to a lot. I watch all his videos, and I'm sending much love from West Africa, Ghana, to every black man across Africa, man. From Algiers, Abuja, Luanda, Porto Novo, Brazzaville, Gaborone, Ouagadougou, Praia, Bangui, Banjul, N'Djamena, Moroni, Kinshasa, Addis Ababa, Lilongwe, Nairobi, Maseru, Pretoria, Tunis, Cairo, Bamako, Windhoek, Kampala, Harare, Praia, Khartoum. Let me see what I can remember. Conakry, Bissau, Africa. The birthplace of life. Africa. Now, I'm still mourning Professor Ama Ata Edu. That is why I'm still wearing black, man. I am honoring the Pan-Africanist, Professor Amata Edu. As I'm saying, black people, going forward, we shouldn't identify ourselves by our religion. We shouldn't identify ourselves by our tribe because the world won't see us that way. We are one people on a journey. Africa's unity is already upon us. And as the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, Bediako-Poku, I don't sleep. Now I am always writing emails. Now write me an email if you're a black man. If you want to invest in Africa, write me an email. Come and take the land. Let us start developing our continent. Come and take the land as the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. Come to Africa. Send me an email. And we are about to develop our continent like it has never been developed before. As an enlightened being, I didn't come on earth to live in mediocrity. Now, if you're watching me as a white man and you are thinking, why is this guy talking about slavery? It is dead and gone. Let me tell you something. White people have created systems that it is okay and legal for them to destroy our waters, for them to put cyanide in our rivers, for them to deforestate our forest and poison us, and it's illegal. And then at the end of the day, whatever we get, we give it to them for papers to run a system called economy. That is what we have seen above it. And as an enlightened being, if you come to me with this stupidity again, no white person should come to the ordained crown prince with stupidity. Because any system that will allow me, or it will allow you to take from me. Now, they say Africa is the poorest in the world. How come? How are we the poorest when you take everything from us? When you've made it possible to give us papers in exchange for our gold, to destroy our own waters. Look, visit the rivers across Africa and see how dirty they have become, brownish in color. Look at Switzerland. Now, let me talk about Switzerland and let me continue with the show. Now, I received an email from National Forest Bank in Switzerland, right? And they are offering me 100,000, a grant, some scholarship, I don't know. They wrote me an email, 100,000 Swiss francs. And I'm like, another white man even offered me $5 billion for Pan-African system. I didn't sell it. Because what I need as a black man is making sure that respect comes to my race. Because we have been beaten. We have been the slaves for a very long time. How many black people can reject a $5 billion offer to give up on his dream of uniting Africa? But I knew what I need a day. I am so conscious, I know what I need a day is food. If I can get 3 times a day, it is okay. Because I live by a day. Nobody lives by 2 days. As I'm speaking to you, you may not wake up tomorrow. So do I. So if you live by a day and you live in the present, why do you think about the future if the future is not even guaranteed? So I live by the day, and if I see any black man who calls himself a billionaire, keeping billions, papers in somewhere, when he can come to Africa and start large-scale farming, I said nobody loses in life. How can you lose in life when you live by a day? It is about lessons and blessings. Whatever happens to you in the course of your life is there to teach you a lesson or to bless you. Don't take it as a curse. Don't say blessing or a curse. The way you perceive food, this is the law of attraction. When you think positive things happen to you. I am teaching you consciousness as black people. Connect to your forefathers. And some of the knowledge and ideas and intuitions that you will get, you can't explain them. Because you don't know. Probably you've been here for like 600,000 years. You need to connect to your forefathers and become and live in your gift, and you'll be successful in life. You don't need schooling. That is what I'm telling you. So greetings to Honorable Julius Malema. I love him a lot. I love Honorable Julius Malema because economic freedom fighters is doing the same thing that Pan-Africanism would do. Of course, if white people want to keep their lands in Africa, then they will give us Canada and Alaska. Let me say it again, maybe, so that it will echo properly when people watch it again. If white people want Africans to let them keep their lands in Africa, then they will give Africans Canada and Alaska. Because some of us, we want to also travel to cold weather sometimes. And I would love to be in Alaska a lot. So if you are saying we should allow you to keep your lands in Africa, then give us Canada and Alaska. Because wherever white people are, they claim black people are the murderers. But meanwhile, we do all the job. We are the cleaners. We do all the job for the system to work. 2.5 billion black people means that the world cannot survive without black race. That is why we are dominant. That is why they keep putting things in our food and still we keep giving birth. Do you really think if white people can produce more children, they wouldn't do it? Do you really think that? No, they can't. That is why you see them, one child, and yes, I don't know what we want. You don't know how dominant you are. The melanin makes, come on, black people. We have 9 DNA series. Black people have 9. White people have 6. Genetically, it is there. Everybody knows it. So why do you see, that is why when I see my black queens, shout outs to every black queen watching me. As I said, I want to marry 54 women across Africa, man. Or every country, one wife, man. It will be nice. Don't look at me and be like, hey. If you had a privilege to do that, would you do that? People will be watching me and be like, hey, your day crap is what say you. Once I say, I say. That is just by the way, man. Sometimes you need to put a bit of humor in your species. Now, Africa has a median age of 19 years. In Pan-Africanism, 19 years of age. Now, we will start letting our children start working from the ages of 15 because they can't work after 50. Our retirement age will be 50 years. Now, in Pan-Africanism, as the youth of Africa, all we want to do is build houses for our mothers and fathers, right? We want them to enjoy in their olden age, their golden age. So in Pan-Africanism, I call on every youth in Africa that we are going to build houses for our mothers and fathers above the ages of 50. Yeah, you heard me right. Africa is big enough. They can fit US, they can fit China, they can fit South America, and still there will be land left. So there shouldn't be any African who will be homeless. All 2.5 billion people, black people, can fit in Africa, and there will be much land left. Don't let them lie to you. That is how big Africa is. That is how rich we are. And 2.5 billion people means that we are the majority in this world, which automatically makes us the richest in this world. Then you put that in perspective and look at our natural resources too. So why do you own more than us? If white people want to keep their lands in Africa, in Pan-Africanism, we will take Canada and Alaska for ourselves. And if they don't want that, then they can go back to where they came from. Because over 500 years that we've known white people, it has been debt. Even after slavery, they put things in our food to cause diseases. Look through my TikTok page. There is a video there. Nana Poku-Hitzfield, go and follow me on TikTok. There is a video there where somebody is admitting to this fact. I wasn't the one who said it. In court, he is admitting to the fact that they've been poisoning Africans. I am not the one who said it. The reason why the United States don't want TikTok to be banned in the United States is because now the people in the United States are knowing certain things they never knew about. They never knew that, what is his name? Oh, President Muammar Gaddafi wasn't the man they painted him to be. Why is it okay for white people to come to Africa and take pictures of children in hunger to show it to their people? And then when black people are telling the world back that this is not the case, but it is because of what you are doing. Show me a company in Africa that produces weapons. So how do all these young guys get the guns? It is a system, and they create it to create a narrative that they are the saviors of Africa. We have seen above that. Bediako-Poku didn't come on this earth to listen to such stupidity and mediocrity. As I said, over 500 years, we've given you people power to change the world. You couldn't. It's because you don't have the mental capacity. You are not conscious to know that in this world, black and white, in a quantum field, we are the same. We come from the same source. The law of polarity, we know this as black people. That is why we keep coming to white people. Not because we are stupid, but because we know you and I can do something for the benefit of the world. And as a global citizen, a day at a time, we are changing the narrative of Africa. We are about to build Africa like it has never been built before. So if you're an architect watching me, start designing crazy things. Of course, the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana is a crazy person. Because if after 3 years, as a child, when people are thinking of something else, if you think that you can unite Africa at the age of 3, then you must be crazy. So I know I'm a crazy person, so I want crazy people to develop our continent. Yes, you must be crazy to think that you can develop people whose consciousness is so low, but then a day at a time. I know what I've seen. I know the visions. I know when I connect to 800,000 years of knowledge and wisdom, connect to your forefathers. As I said, the money you pay in to your pastors. Fato bibi keheno koe na dole no kaha oche ni mwe alo ni pakpo na dole shika no keha osofo astaite na kan shika no mi pabo fai keheni no kaha oche pakpo no kwa keke oya ne sole habwe oni bi e ya anolu ei ewo Ghana bi pe mini pony nyantawo ni wa Kenya ko Ghana bi. Like, what do you guys want again? Our fathers have become our colonial masters now, our own fathers. And when you are telling them that, no, this is not how, think differently as a person, they tag you as Antichrist. I would rather be an Antichrist than to be for Christ and teach and cheat my own fellow Africans. That is why I didn't sell Pan-African system for $5 billion. I could have sold it and come and flaunt money in the streets of Accra. Then Africa's unity, Academy. So, National Forest Bank in Switzerland, it was an insult trying to bring the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana 100,000 Swiss francs. The damage that has been done in Ghana alone, the damage that has been done in Africa, and my vision for Africa, you should know you are talking to an enlightened being. And I know money is nothing. Money doesn't You see, I can walk anywhere knowing I am the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, and I don't think anybody is inferior to me. No. As a matter of fact, I see brothers. I see brothers wherever I go. I see sisters wherever I go. People who know me know Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. When I go to the market to break the ice, I will probably say something funny for the market women to laugh before I buy from them. Miss Hey, do you understand? This is us. Black people. We are the creators of the universe. How did we allow ourselves to be manipulated this way? Now, Mr. Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, please, recently I saw a video of you and Bill Gates. Please, never have meetings with that man again. There is a video where they are stating, unless black people are conniving with the whites to kill their own people, then we will understand that video. Because I don't want, no, Mr. Aliko Dangote, what you need to be doing is contact the likes of Julius Malema, because they are fighting for black excellence. Julius Maponga, call them. What can we do in Africa? We are here to create. All we are here to do is create. The Ordained Crown Prince, I'm too enlightened for you to give me 100,000 Swiss francs. Come on. When I saw the offer, I'm like, National Forest Bank, Switzerland. Now, as a matter of fact, I love Switzerland because of how good and how clean their waters are. So in Pan-Africanism, we will send 10,000 black people across the continent to Switzerland to go and learn how they are making their waters clean. And when you come back to Africa, we are going to implement similar systems. This is Pan-Africanism. We are here to make this world, come on, proud to 1980. There weren't cancers in Africa. Who brought them here? Go back to your herbal, you see, let me tell you something. When you raise your vibration and consciousness so much, it gets to a time as a human, sickness cannot live in you. Because when your vibration is high and you are vibrating as a human on a higher frequency, sickness cannot stay in your system. Where sadness is, richness is not there. You see, as I said, the law of polarity states that everything has two sides. That is why as a human, you can't say you are a good person. You are a good person and a bad person. Now, so many people will say, why? I can give you if I ask you right now, is it good to kill? Most of you will be like, no, it's not good to kill. But I can give you an instance, and before you realize, you will love to kill. Let me give you this instance. Let's say you and I, not the male ones, a very beautiful lady, you and I, that beautiful lady who will watch me later or live. You and I are in this room, right? And then all of a sudden, people come in right now with sticks. Then one person gets inside, and I find a cutlass somewhere. That lady will be like, kill him, kill him. And if I kill that person, she will be happy. It's killing, but in different contexts. So even killing can be a good thing sometimes. So as a human, you can't say you are a good person. Neither can you say you are a bad person. But you maintain the balance in this thing called earth. That is why we have left and right. This cannot do without this. Neither or vice versa. Right? So in life, as conscious people of this generation, Bediako-Poku, my visions for Ghana and Africa is crazy. Because as I said, I had to be crazy at 3 years old to look at Africa and be like, there are so many things that are wrong here. And I'm going to learn every day for the rest of my life to change the narrative of my people. So I'd rather wait for Africa's unity. I said Africa's unity is upon us. Because the last time I came on live, we had 695 million Pan-Africanists across the world. Now we have 703 million Pan-Africanists. As an African, as a black man watching me right now, why are you not a Pan-Africanist? Because Pan-Africanism will take care of you and I. Pan-Africanism will make sure that if the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I can travel around Africa on holidays. I want you, Julius Malema or Malema, to be able to experience Africa too. I am not bigger than anybody. As a matter of fact, the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, now I understand Yeshua HaMashiach in a way, that in order for you to be the biggest, you need to be the smallest. As a matter of fact, in Ghana, I want to drive myself because I love to drive. Maybe when I grow as the ordained Crown Prince and I can't see the road, that is why I will get a driver. But I don't want these convoys in front of me. Why should I get a convoy? Why should I be walking in the middle of a road and tell other cars to go off lane when there are children in those cars? Sometimes as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I drive through Ghana and the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, you see police people parking. Meanwhile, there are children in the car. They don't even stop to look whether, come on, who made these laws? And these are the systems we are changing in Africa. The communism of the African is back. We are all brothers and sisters on this unique journey. I said the ordained Crown Prince is conscious than any being in this world. I went 800,000 years back in wisdom. The Caucasian race is less than 50,000 years old. And I know it. So when power is given back to a black man, I said the world will become a better place. That is why I keep going as a Pan-Africanist. What Pan-African system will do to Africa, the changes that will happen to Africa, because we won't sell our gold anymore. Why is it sensible? Okay, let me give you an instance. If you are in England right now and I tell you I can come there and destroy your waters, I can come there and destroy your land, put cyanide in it, for you to mine a mineral, for me to give you papers and bring those minerals back to my hometown without building factories, this is what is happening in the world. So Africa, I'm telling King Charles today, I think Africa, because we don't know the reason why Ghana and Africa is in Commonwealth. As a matter of fact, Africa is Africa. Africa is big enough. Africa is the richest. We know it. 2.5 black people around the world makes us the most populous. So human resource, we know that. And when you look at our backyard, we have gold, we have bauxite, we have coffee, we have cocoa. We will build the biggest chocolate factory in Africa because this is where it's from. Between the borders of Ghana, we are removing every border in Africa. Africa is for black people. My name is Bediako-Poku, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. And today I wrote a lovely letter to my brother, my big brother, Julius Malema of the EFF. If white people want black people to give them the lands and maintain them, then white people, we want Canada and Alaska. We also want a place we can go in a cold, because you've taken virtually everywhere in the world. Canada belongs to England. We know it. We know it's under the monarch. It is for England. So England should give us Canada and Alaska. Then we will also allow them to keep their lands in Africa. Other than that, then please go back. We have nothing to do with you anymore. Because the black consciousness is upon us like never before. Never have we been this way. Our forefathers have risen. I'm coming with 700,000 of our gods, the old and the new. Our forefathers keep bringing me ideas. So I keep building. I'm a computer scientist. I keep building software patterns in Pan-African system. Recently, I was offered $5 billion to sell it. I didn't sell it. Then I got another email. Somebody wants to give me 100,000 Swiss francs to the ordained crown prince of Ghana. When I have, even the women in Africa alone are worth $1 trillion. Women in Africa alone. Black women alone. Because in them, magic happens. In a womb of a black woman, magic happens. I know my wealth. You see, people think wealth is the cars, the house. No, wealth is, you are born with it. You are born as a leader. And you know how much you are worth. Black people, we are kings and queens. We are kings and queens. And in Pan-African system, everybody should understand we are all billionaires. So if we are billionaires, we will look at Dubai, what Dubai has done. And we will try implementing. We will build our nation like, as I said, anything you are doing. If people think you are crazy, send me an email at ranwrinkle@gmail.com. Send the ordained crown prince of Ghana an email. If you are an estate developer and you think you have a crazy idea and you don't have the land, call me. I'll give you land. We are about to develop our continent like it has never been developed before. So are you a Pan-Africanist? Going forward, we are inviting everybody though, both white and black. As I said, when black people are in authority, the world will become a better place. We won't have all these wars. White people have made it convenient and legal that we will destroy our land to give them what we got from destroying our land. And when you talk about it, they try and use. I have a video on YouTube that got blocked because it was getting so much likes. And I didn't say anything wrong in it. But then, so as I said, white people are okay for them to show black children with, I haven't seen a black child like that. But as an African, I don't know where they get all those pictures. After camping villages for 3 months, 4 months without food, they take pictures of them and send it to the Western media. So to a white man there, it is the US that is saving Ghana. That is not the case. And now when we try to explain it, they try to block the information. So going forward, YouTube, if you don't change the way and allow everybody to express, and you keep blocking when we speak the truth, we will block YouTube from Africa the same way China has blocked YouTube. And we will take our videos. If black people take their videos from YouTube, you know what will be left with YouTube? We fuel the world economy. Black people fuel the world economy in sports, in everything, human resource, everything. But I don't understand why white people can't let us live in peace. I said if black people are in power, the world will become a better place because we love you guys. It's not like black people hate white people. As a matter of fact, we know who we are. We know we created a white race. That is why we have 9 DNA series. We created a white race. That is why 2 black people can give birth to a white child. There can never be a case where 2 white people will give birth to a black child. It can never happen. Genetically, it will never happen. And we know this. We know it. But then when we have tried civilizing white people twice. And every time it goes back and becomes a burden on us. So if you don't want to be civilized anymore, we are moving forward. Africa is joining BRICS on a united front because we will need tools from China to build Africa a lot. China, start building us tunnel boring machines because the ordained crown prince of Ghana, as I said, I want to put bullet trains underneath our subways, man. I didn't come on earth for mediocrity. All I see is blessing. I live in grace, power, and abundance because I live in Mansa Musa's world. I have the keys and portals to Mansa Musa's world as the ordained crown prince of Ghana. So I don't need a system like TikTok. Me having less than 2,000 followers on TikTok will make me less. Do you know? But somebody will think about it all the time. That the number of followers he or she has on TikTok or somewhere determines his life. No. I see human systems. As I said, I am a free spirit. In order for me to become the ordained crown prince of Ghana, I had to go through things. I went through it all. At the age of 3, I stood in the kingdom of Jehovah's Witnesses and did my first assignment. When I did it, when I was getting down, I realized the whole congregation went up and started clapping. I looked at them and I was like, this thing is easy. But then later I would watch grown people doing assignments and they couldn't do it well. And I began realizing how talented and how a genius I am at that age. Now, after that assignment, things went south after that. Because now that I am the ordained crown prince, I look back on those years and realize it was to toughen me up to become the ordained crown prince. So I don't look back in my past with resentment. And that is what consciousness can do to you. You are always optimistic and you forgive and move on in life, right? So when I was 3 years old, after that assignment, as I said, everything else went bad. My mom and my dad couldn't live anymore and they had to be separated. Now, this separation was a movie for me and my mom and dad fighting with cutlass, them cutting themselves. At the end of the day, the whole argument had to be settled in the chief's palace because my mother's side, they are royals. My father's side, we are also royals. So then it had to be settled in the palace. And I remember my mom with plaster all over his body and my dad with plaster all over. And I would go from this end to that end. I would go from this end to that end. And I never wanted to admit, I'm even about to cry, right? I never wanted to admit not knowing why my mom and my dad didn't want to live anymore. but it was part of life, right? So when I see people talking about broken homes, we went through broken homes to become the ordained crown prince of Ghana. So what is your excuse? What is your excuse as a black man? What is your excuse as a black man? Never have an excuse as a black man. We are here to create, and we are here to change the destinies of the next African. We are here to fight for what is ours. Because if we don't fight, 50 years from now, our children will go back to slavery. Then it means what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did, what all our forefathers did, was nothing. When I cry because Africa's unity is upon us. Not because of our crying going forward will be tears of joy. Not in the past. The whole Cape Coast, we are about to build over Cape Coast. I don't want the child that will come in 2050 to see a Cape Coast with those dungeons and castles. It will be underneath the city. I want, when you come to Cape Coast, you know the history, but you won't see it until you go underneath our grounds to find the old Cape Coast, where slavery, where people were put in chains. So if you don't see a problem with it as a human, and you think white supremacy is the biggest, the median age of Africans is 19 years, and we are about to build for our fathers and mothers. About to build houses for our fathers and mothers. 7-bedroom houses on a 5-acre property for everybody above the ages of 50. That is what Africa youth will do for our mothers and fathers. We'll put a sauna, we'll put a gym in the house. We will put a swimming pool in the house. We will make grandma's home the place where everybody wants to go. Your mom will get some. My mom will get some. The Nigerian mom will get some. Everybody above the ages of 50 in Pan-Africanism. We, the youth of Africa, we are about to build our nation. In the olden days where people were using shovels and pickers to tunnel underneath, look at what France have done in terms of railways. And in 2023, as a black man, abundant, knowing I'm the richest man in the world just because of Pan-Africanism. And knowing I am the richest man in the world because I am leading a generation of 2.5 black people. I'm calling on every black man. Write me an email. If you're a white man and you want to extend, I have so many white friends. People think I have so many white friends. So many. People I can eat in their house and not even think they will poison me. Because me, if you poison me, I won't die. Oh, that is the truth. Because I flush everything out. I shed every cell of the past away. Every day. That is how spiritually I've grown. So, let me send grace, power, and abundance to every African. Chichicha, I'm living you with grace, I'm living with power, I'm living with abundance. I've been here for a very long time, man. So this is my black letter to Honorable Julius Malema. I'm sending you love, brother. Keep doing what you are doing. Africa's unity is upon us. Shout outs to and much greetings to PLO Lumumba. Daddy, I listen to you all the time. And it reiterates what I've always known. Because as I said, I go back 800,000 years in history to collate information from my forefathers. And I know whatever is here. I know the pain. That is why sometimes I cry on live. Because I feel the pain when I'm talking about Africa. Because I lived through my forefathers. And the pain is somewhere in me, in my DNA series. So I have to talk about it. We are being killed. Our waters. And when you talk about it, you are the bad person. How did we become hypocrites like this? They hide behind the cloaks of pastoral clerks. And then, now I said in Ghana, when it's Sunday, come around. All of them are in churches. In Sunday, when you want to buy something in Ghana, it's very difficult. Because you will go to a shop and it's closed. They've gone to church. But then, look at what is going on in Ghana. They are the same people. They would rather take money and pollute their own waters. And then when they are sick, they blame it on their mothers. They will blame it on everybody else apart from their own selves, their own actions. That is how black people have become. And we are changing our mindset now. As the ordained crown prince of Ghana, I'm living you with grace, power, and abundance. I keep telling black people, you should start rejoicing in your heart because the ordained crown prince of Ghana is here. We are taking whatever belongs to Africa back. We are bringing Bediako-Poku back to its glory. I was born on Friday, so today is my Sabbath. And I worship the Bediako-Poku. I would rather worship the Bediako-Poku than to worship a God from Israel when Israel never existed until 1948. Google it out. Israel was created in 1948. They wanted to create a narrative. They created a narrative and now they wanted proof for the narrative. So when they went to the modern day Israel, they kept massacring and killing. You know how barbaric they can become. I keep telling you, between a barbarian and a civilized person, a barbarian can conquer so many people. A civilized person may ponder and think about the man's children and be like, oh, no. The woman just gave birth to a child. Man, if I kill the man, this child will grow up without a father. That is how civilized people we think. Are you getting me? Black people have always been civilized. It is not that we knew that everything that existed is energy and vibration. White people are now knowing it. So they are now coming to where we are to know that. That is why we keep giving them love and they keep giving us bad things in return. When you see a black man in the United States or across Europe, he doesn't want to, he just wants to be a cleaner to make ends meet at home. White people have made a system that it is okay for somebody who lives in Africa, who is a doctor, to make lesser than somebody who is a cleaner in Europe. You see the systems I'm talking about. So when we are talking about systematically slavering us, these are some of the things. A doctor in Ghana earns lesser than a cleaner in the United States. So now you see black people now go. When we have the gold, when we have the timber, when we are the most populous people on earth, you dare give us these systems. How stupid do you think we are? The ordained crown prince, I'm not stupid. And WHO and you see all these world organizations, I pity everybody because you have been in conniving with all these systems. You have shut up. That is why IMF, come on, we are removing all this because all these things doesn't help black people at all. How wicked can you be? Sometimes, or is it because I am very conscious? That is why I think this way. I look at the things white people put in place for black people. And I'm like, in a world of abundance, can you count the grains? Look, the air is abundant. We all live a day at a time. It is not like when a white person is about to die, he is given a notice. Similar, we live a day at a time. So why do you poison our food? Why have you made systems to put cyanide in our waters? And under Pan-Africanism, the people of Obuasi, we need to evacuate everybody and leave the land to be bare for like 300 years. Because I tested the land recently. It is difficult to understand humans, especially white people. When we've given them, when we've given you everything. We've given you everything. Without the black race, you can't survive. Do you really think if black dies, you can survive? The universe will clean itself of the recessive gene. Do you really think? We are all humans. The human race should be the most important thing. But then, I said black people will be coming back to power. Because if a black person is in power, the world will become a better place. There will be no wars. Because we know how abundant the universe is. We live a day at a time. A day at a time. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. I keep telling Africans and the youth of Africa that time is the ultimate currency. Time is the more ultimate currency. I have 24 hours. You have 24 hours. I spend my time writing software patterns for the Pan-African system. I am at 2,664 patterns now. If you spend the same time watching a movie series, if you're a black man and you watch, you know every series, you are not living in your gift. Your consciousness is down. You are here for a purpose. You are here to create. You don't know how powerful you are. Connect to your forefathers and the ideas and intuition that will come from blackness. You have no idea. When they gave us the level playing field in football, what happened? Black people took over football. When they gave us the level playing field in NBA, what happened? That is what they don't want you to know. So they've beaten that out of you. They want you to think. I have a picture. Now, I will post it here. After, I will edit the video and post it on this video. So you will see a picture where a letter was written to the parliament in England telling them they weren't thieves and all they needed to do is change our mindset and think white is right. If you want to know how much white people hate black people, look at the English language. Everything black means bad. They made a language. Just imagine your language where if you want to say something bad, you use white for it. So blacklist, black sheep. How? It's been a pleasure having you on Uncensored Friday today. This is a letter to Mr. Julius Malema of the EFF. Much love, brother. Keep doing you. You are a Pan-Africanist. I am a Pan-Africanist. Every black man is a Pan-Africanist. Now we have 703 million Pan-Africanists. Why are you not a Pan-Africanist? Because Pan-Africanism will change this world. Pan-Africanism will bring peace to this world. Pan-Africanism will make sure that our waters will become crystal clear again and our land won't be depleted. We won't mine gold and destroy our waters in exchange for papers or numbers on the computer screen. National Forest Bank in Switzerland, bring me a better offer, because even cleaning our waters alone, the $100,000 francs that you were offering me is not enough, man. Have you seen what Africa has become? Money is nothing but a number. And if you are giving me numbers to be able to buy things to develop Africa, I will always remember Switzerland as a friend of Africa. Because in Pan-Africanism, anybody who have harmed Africa, we will see you as an enemy too. If you've brought a product, we are about to build more labs in Africa than churches. So if you bring a product and we realize you are killing or you've put something, an ingredient that kills our fertility, that kills the black race, you have a problem with us. You've done that for too long. I've been testing so many things and it is overwhelming. Go back to farming. Black people, go back to farming your own food. So in Pan-Africanism, the houses we will build for our mothers, we will put greenhouses in them, right? We will make grandma's house or grandpa's house the place all of us will go on Sunday. We will put a room there where we will worship in our grandmother and our grandfather's house, and not in a man who will tell you to bring all your money every day. The same God that loves you wants money. He wants 10% of your money every day. He wants it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday crusade, Tuesday church way. That is what they keep doing and taking from the poor. The reason why your pastor is rich is because for the past 5 years, you've been giving him money every day. And his children are not even schooling in Ghana. Look at our pastors. Look at the top pastors. How many of them or how many of their children schooled in Ghana? Look at them. They would rather let their children school in the United States and let poor people. Hey. So now, what is righteous have become this way, and what is bad? You see the hypocrisy of the black man. Pan-African system is changing everything like that. So it's been a pleasure having you, Charlie. I've been talking for more than 51 minutes, man. And I started with Black Sherry's letter from overseas. Letter from overseas. Let me end it with Black Sherry's letter from overseas.